Huwag kang uula! Hello! And today we're going to do a review on this, and this one is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. A lot of people raved about how good this product is, and you know me, I love me a good concealer, and I am very harsh on those concealers that don't deliver. I tried and tested this product for 3 weeks, so this is a full-on review. This is not a first impressions, and also I really stopped doing first impressions here in my channel because when I post reviews, I want myself to be sure that what I am saying would not change. Also, if I might change my mind regarding this product, I would update you guys in my Facebook page. The link is down below. You can like that page if you want to look for more updates, more beauty articles, and the likes. Nagsisimula na naman ako magganyan, so let's just go. So this is the product right here, and the shade that I got is in, what is this? Medium. It looks like that. And my exact shade is actually light, but light was out of stock, so I had to settle with medium, and so far I can make it work. So now let's go on to the packaging. It looks like this. It's very sleek. I like the way they packaged it because it looks so professional. It's not like drugstore makeup. You know, it looks decent. But you know, I have this vibes that Maybelline had this conscious effort to look like the NARS one, because a lot of people here in YouTube are talking that this can be a dupe to the NARS Creamy Concealer, which I cannot, you know, agree to or have an opinion about because I haven't tried the NARS one, so I cannot say if that is a dupe or not. Let's go on to its applicator. It is not your ordinary applicator because the doe foot there is small, which is not really a bad thing because that means that it is perfect for spot concealing. It could really go in there, but you would see in the demo later that I do not put the applicator right on my face. You would see. For the smell, it does not actually have a smell. Or I'm coming down with a cold. No! Bawal magkasakit! I don't smell anything. Comment down below if you have used this and smell something, because I don't smell anything. And that is good. So for the formula, it is not as thick as I want it to be, but it is also not that liquidy. It looks like that, and as you can see, it is not the thick consistency that I like, but it still clings to the skin just fine. I would just put a comparison with the Jordana one that I used in my acne coverage foundation routine. If you guys want to watch that video, I'll also link that below. You know, this one is just thick. It's very thick, guys, as compared to this. This one looks like, you know, marami pa siyang kakaining bigas compared to this formula. But the formula is also good. So I only have one layer of foundation on, and I didn't put on concealer so that you can see that some scars, acne marks are not yet covered. Alright, so I'm going to use the concealer, and the way that I use this is that I don't bloop bloop. Instead, I put it on my hand just to keep this part sanitized and all, because again, I also have active pimples, so I do not want to spread the bacteria. And then I use this concealer brush from Real Techniques to put on the color and then blend it out. And I dot it on the problematic areas. So that is one layer of that big acne scar right there, and as you can see, it is still quite visible. So I'm going to put another layer on top of that. This one right here, because this one is the most visible because it's the largest one. So that is with the second layer of that acne scar right here, and as you can see, it is still visible. Let's try on a third layer. And as you can see, only some of it is peeking through, so I really think that 4 layers would be enough to cover this completely. So this is what a 4th layer looks like. Now let's talk about the pros. Number one is that it is very easy to blend. As you saw in the demo, I was blending it sloppily with the brush. I was patting it on my hand and it works out perfectly. So you would not have a problem if you're going to use a brush, a sponge, or your hands to work this product on your face. Number two is that it sets beautifully. I could not say that it sets into a powder finish or in a cream finish. Well, it just sets as it is. It is a liquid concealer and it would set somehow liquidy, somehow solid, but I cannot explain it. But for you guys who use liquid concealer, you know how liquid concealer sets. But definitely you have to use a powder to set this, and I used this without setting it with powder, and I'm going to talk about that later. Number three is that it is buildable. As you can see in the demo, I put on four layers and it did not crumble, it did not crease, it just blended smoothly on that spot that I really wanted to cover. Number four is its competitive price. Guys, when this launched here in the Philippines, I thought that it is going to be so expensive because you know how things are priced in the drugstore here in the Philippines. They are overpriced. Maybe because they spend a lot on advertising and people in the counters. But you know, people in the counters, as long as, you know, the drugstores are providing jobs for people in the counters, that's okay, like for a bit of a price hike. But I still don't understand, because even though you have people in the counters, you know, I think, just for me, I think that the price should not be that high. Going back to what I was saying before I was sidetracked by the social realities of the Philippines, is that I was talking about the price of this, and this one is 299 pesos. I got it from a Maybelline counter, but I believe if you go online and look for legitimate sellers of this product right here, you could get it cheaper. I'm trying to get a online shop on top of mine, but I cannot think of it. I would put a link down below if I find something. Revlon has a good liquid concealer, but that ranges from 600 and up. L'Oreal, 700 and up. So you know, this is really a winner if you're looking for a liquid concealer but you're also on a budget, but you are sure that this is also good and could also perform the qualities of the concealers that are pricier than this. Now let's go on to the cons. My favorite part, you know, I'm bad, you know, bad Tish, bad, because I don't know, I just like telling the dirt about products. And do you guys understand that feeling? Like, a lot of people watch products I regret buying videos because they want to know what is wrong with the product. But yeah. Number one is that it is not full coverage. As you can see in the demo, I had to put on 4 layers just to cover a big patch of an acne scar. And as compared to this one, the Jordana concealer, I just have to use a teensy tiny bit, blend it out, and I'm done. So this, compared to the coverage of this one is a winner. Number 2 is that the shades that were released here in the Philippines is very limited. When I went to that counter, to the Maybelline counter, oopsie, there are only like 4 shades, and one of those shades, which is light, is actually out of stock. So there are actually just 3 shades to choose from. And you know, I know that Filipinos have that kayumanggi skin, and some are so white, some are yellow. But guys, hey, give us the full shade range, because even though, you know, we have that stereotypical skin, we also want to have a lot of choices. And number 3 is the setting part that I told you I was going to talk about. This one sets good, but you have to set it with a powder so that you could work with it the whole day. Because if you don't set it with powder and you have oily skin like mine, it would crease. It would crease. As in, if you put your hands like this, and then you remove it, you would see that your concealer is already there. So be sure to set it with powder and set it properly. So all in all, I don't really get the fuss about this one. But for me, maybe I just have a lot of acne scars and discoloration to cover. This works, but it does not work at the level that I want it to work. But again, it's up to your preferences and also your skin type. Again, I have oily and acne prone skin. I have a lot of hyperpigmentation, acne scars, acne marks that I have to cover. So for concealer, I really need a full coverage one. And this Maybelline creamy concealer is so that's it for the review. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you found it helpful. Don't forget to subscribe and all that shit so you don't miss any of this. This is Tish and I'll just see you on my next video. Bye!
When I'm not here, you can find me at these places. So like my page, follow me, stalk me. No, don't stalk me, but let's just be friends.